Alright guys, welcome to the video today. So I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about what I'm most excited for in the next upcoming April update, and why I think you should be excited too. If you're not playing Destiny, you haven't really been into it, because I know a lot of people on this channel kind of just watch the gameplay and don't exactly play the game anymore. There's not really much coming out for Destiny, and all hope, all light at the end of the tunnel has been lost, and you're just kind of done with the game in general. And let's just say you had a LDR and a Longbow, and those were two of your favorite weapons to use, but sadly you can't use them in trials anymore. You can't use them in any sort of endgame PvP. You know, in all, pretty much the endgame PvP goal is to get a good 1,000-yard stare, because that's pretty much the only archetype of sniper that's the most popular, just like the LDR and the Longbow. Of course there's the Steel Piercer, but that hasn't received nearly as much love as a 1,000-yard stare has, simply because of the versatility. You can only use a Steel Piercer on a Hunter class, I believe. But now they're bringing them back. A few classic weapons, Shadow Price, the Swarm, I believe are included. But the big two, what everyone has been asking me about in my streams, is they're bringing back the Longbow Synthesis and the LDR 5001. Now this doesn't mean you can get your 160 light version and ascend it to 330, which I believe is the new light cap. That's not how it works. Instead, they decide to make it where you actually have to get a new one. So if you're getting your Nightfall's done, everything done, and you're getting special engrams, it now has a chance to drop either a Longbow or an LDR. So now, instead of just having a chance, because pretty much everyone, if you're buying a special engram from the Cryptarch, the main thing you're hoping for is an 1,000-yard stare, and if you didn't get it, for the most part, it was going to be a disappointment. At the end of the day, the end game PvP goal was to get a good roll on your 1,000-yard stare, and once you had done that, you're pretty much done with the game. You can go about playing trials, playing Iron Banner with your favorite sniper. You don't have to worry about anything, because overall that's like the most solid and well-rounded sniper. It can one bang off revives, it can one bang self-res warlocks. There's no real need to try to get a different type of sniper, and I think Bungie kind of wanted to switch it up, so now they're bringing back the classics. Like I said, Longbow and LDR. A lot of people are excited about this. People initially thought you could just ascend your old one if you had like an LDR with perfect balance or a snapshot, or send it with short gaze and ambush, double down or whatever, that you could just ascend it. Unfortunately, which I think personally is a good thing. You could call me biased because I never really had a good 1,000-yard or a good LDR or a Longbow, but you can actually ascend your old ones. The main thing I think that appeals to kind of bring the PvE scene back alive. As of lately, there hasn't been really much of a reason at all to play a Nightfall Strike. There's not really much you can get out of it, especially once you had already gotten a 1,000-yard. So now there's more things, more prized possessions that people can hunt for initially. Once you, like I said, once you had gotten a 1,000-yard stare, there wasn't really much you wanted to get. Now, even if you have a perfect 1,000-yard stare, as soon as this update drops, I guarantee everyone's going to be grinding up, trying to get as many special engrams as possible, trying to get a perfect roll on their LDR or their Longbow. Another important thing, which isn't really my cup of tea, because it doesn't really relate to PvP directly, but infusing weapons and infusing armor or whatever it may be is now 1-for-1. So if you have a 330 ghost and you want to infuse a 210 ghost, through the 330 it jumps automatically up to 330. So what you put in is what you get out, which is a fantastic change. Now if you have a 320 thing, you don't have to worry about it not having a maximum level ghost or whatever you're trying to infuse, simply because you want to take the stats of a lower leveled gear. So that's fantastic. That's a perfect change as well. I personally am going to be on the hunt for a perfect LDR, because I never had a good one, or Longbow back in the day. I wish I could have grinded, but it wasn't available. By the time House of Wolves had come, Dark Below was over, and they were no longer accessible. So I'm pretty pumped for this. Of course, they're not going to be year 1 perks on the weapons. It's going to be year 2 perks, so you can get a hidden hand, LDR, and a Longbow. So I hope you guys are excited. Personally, I think it's a fantastic change. I think that alone is going to bring life to the game, simply because people are going to be finding or trying to find these weapons as fast as they can. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you did, drop a like down below, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.